Welcome. Let's learn some advanced one-handed finger tricks. For example, back and M turns.
This is Problem Solved.
As a quick note to those who are new to one-handed solving, I highly recommend that you watch this video before this one. For everyone else, let's go ahead and get started. If you use your right hand, make sure to look at the mirror image that is coming up on the screen right now so you can see the finger tricks applied for that hand that you use. Start with some basic double turns. From the standard position of having your thumb on front and middle finger on the back, you notice you have two open fingers sitting right next to this right layer that can be used for a quick double turn. You can also choose to do a right prime followed by another one where you push up here at the back, or you can pull for a right and push up for another one, like that. For the up layer, you can shift positions to where your ring finger takes place of your middle one and use two fingers to do a double flick, or again from the standard position you can do an up prime followed by another one, or you can pull for an up and push for another one. This last finger trick will take a lot of practice to get down. Let's move on to some other finger tricks. Left and down turns are really easy because you just cube rotate to make them in the up or right layers. So let's move on to front and back turns. Front turns are most easily done by shifting to a secondary cube position where your pointer finger comes on this top center and your pinky goes on this bottom one, allowing your thumb to pull up for a front, push down for a front prime, or do that for a front two. You can also do a front prime from the standard position by keeping your pinky here on the bottom and then pulling down with your pointer finger. Now for the long-awaited back turns. Many people do these by cube rotating and then treating it as the up layer or going the other way to treat it as the down layer, but we want to get rid of as many cube rotations as possible. Another way to look at back turns is to do a front wide coupled with a cube rotation. If you do this enough, you realize that you can just keep your finger here on the side and push up with your pinky to create that back turn. Back primes, you just put your pointer finger up top and then pull with your pinky, like so. Back twos are just doing either of these twice. Now let's move on to the slice turns, the middle, standing, and equatorial layers, which are labeled with an M, S, and E, respectively. For M turns, there's a couple of good options. One is called tabling, which is where you put the side of the cube onto the surface that you're using, and you can use your ring and pinky fingers to pull for an M prime or an M2. M turns are done by using your pointer finger and just pulling down. You can also do these up in your hand. For an M prime, you combine a right wide with a right prime. You can do these simultaneously just to get a regular M prime. You can do M's by going the other way by doing a right wide prime followed by a right turn. You can combine these like so. Now let's learn the S moves, which you may be wondering, what's the point? The answer is 1, they look really cool, and 2, there's an H-perm using them that I feel has the potential to be really fast because of its really low move count. The way you do them is by combining a front wide turn with a front turn. To do an S move, you pull down with your pointer finger while using your thumb to stabilize this front layer. For an S prime, you go the other way, your thumb shifts up to counterbalance the push from your pointer finger. Lastly, for the slice turns are the E moves. This will be done by combining a U wide with an upturn. In order to do an E, you're going to be using your pointer finger to be pulling back while your middle finger comes and pulls for the E. You can then go the other way by having your pointer finger on the back and using your middle finger to push for an E prime. You can also do an E prime from the secondary position and pulling with your thumb. Let's end with some finger trick combos, which is where you do multiple face turns with the same finger in the same motion. One example is where we do an upturn followed by a right prime. I'll show you that again. Push for an up, pull down for a right prime. You can also do a right prime followed by an up. One more time. Push up for a right prime followed by pulling for an up. Another example is a front followed by an E, or you could even do an up followed by an S. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you found it helpful or at least intriguing. While you're watching my record one-handed solve, I would encourage you to subscribe to my channel, and if you're interested in learning more about the ZZ method, which I use for one-handed solving, go ahead and look at the beginner's tutorial or the Getting Faster series on the right. Thanks again for watching. This has been Problem Solved. Over and out.